Okay, I'm on the second race now. And I got 57 seconds to the start of the race. This is the second one, and as you see, I came in first on the first one. So this great day is starting to turn out a lot better than I thought. We had 32 contestants in this one so far. I think the last one we had 39. I look back at the race after everything was done today, and I realized that of everybody who did that course on that race, I came in number one. I don't know if if the Class A had a different route that caused them to be behind me or the Class B's did. But for that one loop, me and the other guy, I think it was one more Class D, our times were better than everyone. So let's get on this race. We have 10 seconds left, 9, 8, 7 seconds, and the race starting. I'm starting to rev up. This is a beach island loop, which I know is more of a flatter loop. So if I can get out in front of this one as we go, I should be fine on this one. These are my races. These are the races that I am good at. I can push these races. So I decided that I'm going to push this one. And I'm going to make everybody, my goal on this one is it's a flat. Flats are really my friend on these races. The inclines are no larger than probably 3 or 4%. So I get out in front, and my goal is just to push everyone. Sometimes with the flats, my goal is to push people, because I know people come into the flats thinking that on the flat part they can kind of rest. I want to push you so that it forces you to push on the incline, so that when we come to a decline, I could rest. At the bottom, I can just speed back in to maintain my speed. This is what I was talking about earlier this week. I think I talked about in these symbols, and this is a steamroller, and I don't remember what it was. So when I click it on here, I was scared to touch it. Don't get me wrong, because I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know what the steamroller meant. I didn't know if it was adding weight to me, which I don't need, and I was trying to build a lead, so I wasn't going to touch it. I said when I was going to touch it was when I was going on a downhill, and that's when I thought, well, okay, cool. If I go on a downhill, I will touch it then, but until then, I'm not touching this thing. I'm riding now, and I'm putting distance in between us. If you notice, it has 2% incline, 3%. You notice my numbers don't come down. I told you, as long as I'm under 5%, I can mostly maintain whatever speed I hit the incline in. As long as I speed up a little bit, I won't lose much. Maybe 10% of what I was at, but I won't lose as much speed. And that allows me to maintain that flat, and maintain my goal of just trying to build time. And if you look at the time, I'm building it. I'm at 9 seconds ahead. Flats are where I strive. I do well. They're built for me. And as I see them turn, I realize we're going into a decline. And I know at the end of a decline on a flat, this is not a very hilly ride, that I'll be able to put in even more and maintain that speed. And that's how I build the lead that I build on races like that. I think I hit the steamroller then, and I still don't know what the steamroller does. I don't know. I'm going to have to look it up. And if anybody knows, please put it in the comments down below for me. But I hit the steamroller, and I just wanted to see what it was going to be about, and I still don't know what it did for me. But I look at the second guy. A lot of times when I'm riding, I pay attention to the second guy. If the second guy is running at 1.8, 1.9, 2.0, you will see me back off a little bit, because the next 2 or 3 guys are usually riding together. That means that they're pushing each other. And if this was a race where there was a lot more people out on the ride, I would have people to select to chase after. Now, this did bring a little worry to me when it went gravel, but I remember this is the volcano. I do a lot of the volcano races, so that didn't hurt me too much once I saw what it was. And I just decided to just keep pushing through this race. I know this one leads into the volcano, and I was excited about that, and I noticed that I'm up to 16 seconds ahead. And it felt good to actually have this one pace in, but the fear is that the next 2 races, I knew I didn't know what they were. I didn't ever look ahead to see what they was about. If I needed to switch bikes, which from now on, when I see what the races are like, when I was getting ready this week, I'm going to have me a gravel sand bike. I will have me one this week because there's no reason for me not to. I have enough drips to get me something decent. Maybe not the most expensive thing, and I'm at a level where I can find a nice bike. I'm gonna look this week on a couple of Zwift Insiders videos on YouTube and see what they have as it goes for gravel bikes to buy on Zwift, so that I can get me a decent one with the wheel set up, so that I can make it through these races fairly competitively with everyone else. Now, as I get through this race, as I'm coming through this race, this race is pretty good. I have to give you a forewarning on this. My legs are tired. I don't know, I think I did more than I did the week before. So my legs are, normally I'm off Tuesday and Wednesday, and I come back Thursday, Friday, and work out. I don't race on Thursday. If I do, I race on Thursday and not Friday. But I raced yesterday, the way before. I did 2 races before, and then I rode the bike for a little while. So coming in today, I shouldn't have done that much because my legs are really tired. I'm starting to have, if you notice my output and my wattage, even though I'm doing pretty good, I'm not putting out a lot because my legs are literally, they're starting to feel like jelly. I'm trying to put a lot more into it, but as you can see, my power numbers are slowly coming down. The only thing that helped me out is this is a flat, like I stated again, and flats are a lot easier for me to win on because it allows me to build up a momentum and just keep the momentum going. And so that allows me to get ahead of people. And when we come down a decline, a simple decline, or hit just a slight incline, and they're on a trainer, theirs kick in, yeah, it gives them a rest too coming downhill. But you really got to push just to keep up with me coming down the hill. So that allows me to build time on these short. Somebody asked me, how do I build so much of a lead in such a short race? And that's how it happens for me on D's. With C's, it probably won't happen as much, which would be great, but it will be more challenging. And the more I talk about it, my wife tells me all the time, she said, you're going to move up sooner than you think. My goal is to wait till I'm at least 50 pounds lighter, which may some go, that's going to be forever, but I'm thinking if I do it right, it's only a 6-month wait, maybe an 8. By the end of the year, I should be able to ride the C's competitively, and I'll move up. Because once I move up, I don't want to come back down each time I move up. I don't want to come back down. And I feel that if I move up now, I'm going to eventually slowly come back down because nobody wants to lose all the time. You want to be competitive more than losing. My wife said what's going to happen for me is that I'm going to become more competitive with this. And I know I will. That's the reason I truly waited to level 20, which I'm still level 20 now. I did not want to get out here as a bigger guy and just lose, because sometimes with you losing a lot, you could become discouraged. And it's like going to the gym and not seeing the scale move for you, but your clothes are getting small. That's a good victory. The good victory would be that I will come a lot faster. Since I've been racing, my average rides are a lot faster. My average rides used to my little group rides, I'm moving them up because they're a lot faster. In fact, this week, today, or tomorrow most likely, I'm a group ride with the lowest C-class ride. And I'm gonna see how I do with that. And so that's my goal, is to slowly move up, because I feel I'm outclassing the D's unless I'm doing one of them 40 milers on the Wachovia. I gotta get the name right. But the W land, those races are pretty good. So that's my goal right now, is to work on my legs and get more competitive with it. Now I'm at 0.7 miles left in this race. I'm a 30-second lead in. You see the gravel, and in my mind I'm thinking, man, this is a lot of gravel. But I don't remember it being that long, but I know the gravel is not that long on here. It's probably only a quarter of a mile long. And I'm going through it and I'm looking at, I tell you what, when you ride the gravel is not your friend. I start looking for where I'm gonna end up getting up out of it. And right here, as I come around this corner, I know that this is the Italian Village, I think it's called. And up there, it comes back to asphalt and I'm good to go. But as you can see, with no matter what gravel I'm in, this is a 3% climb. My numbers, I had a 33 second lead, and it's slowly falling just because I'm in gravel. That's the only reason. I'm putting out the same way. In fact, I increased my wattage so that I can make it through this. But that's the sad part is I think I should have just left it down, because the more I'm doing just to stay ahead in this race, I am exhausting myself on the next one. My legs are tired. I don't know if I don't think I'm ever gonna race like I did the day before. No more of them 2 races, even though they wasn't that long. Them 2 races plus a bike ride the day before. I'm just gonna do a free ride or a group ride the day before so I can limber my legs up, and then that way when I get on the bike the day of, I am loose. But I'm not tired, because I went from a 33-second lead down to a 12-second lead. I told you that gravel, it does something to me, and it just takes all my power away. So with me getting that point, I'm looking at it, I'm only 11 seconds ahead of the next guy. And I'm just trying to maintain that 11 seconds, and I'm down to 600 some feet to go. And I know that they're putting in, he's at 3.0, 3.1, and I know he's coming for me. He's gonna try to do what I did yesterday on one of the races where I chased one of the guys down. And I don't want to be that guy, so I speed up. But my legs are exhausted, and I'm so happy to see the checkered flag. And I'm excited, because that one wore me out. Like I said on this one, I'm going to do the other two upload the other two, but please like and subscribe if you like what you see I'm doing.